welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, and today I'm going to be doing my January wrap-up. Before we get into that though, I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I have a bunch of new subscribers with the whole small booktube trend that's going on because of all the new YouTube partner rules that are taking effect this month. So thank you all so much for subscribing. I hope you enjoy my content, and don't forget to interact with me in the comments because I love talking to you guys. So in the month of January, I read a total of 5 books. One I did end up DNFing, and I'll talk about that later, but I had less than 100 pages to go, so I am going to count it. The very first book that I read was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This is the 6th book in the Harry Potter series. This is the first time I've ever read it. I'm actually almost done with the last book, so it's intense. But yeah, I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. It broke my heart though. You know, obviously everyone's read this, so you know what happens, but like, oh, it just broke my heart, and I'm really sad that I'm almost done with the series. I haven't, you know, I waited so long to read it, and now that it's almost over, I almost don't want it to end because I just love it so much. After I read that, I picked up Shadow Kiss by Rochelle Mead. This is the 3rd book in the Vampire Academy series. This was one of my TBR Rewind picks a couple months ago, but I never got to it, so I decided to pick it up, and I'm so glad I did because I really like this series a lot. Rose was a little annoying in this one. Actually, I think Rose is always kind of annoying to me. She's just, her attitude is just awful. Like, I don't even know, do people like her in the series? I don't know, but I don't enjoy her that much, but I do enjoy the series. And this book, it was intense, and it hurt my heart a little bit to read this one, but I will definitely be continuing on in the future, and I gave this one, I think, 3.5 stars. I believe I gave it 3.5 stars, if not 4, but yeah, I will continue. After that, I picked up The Tribulations of August Burton. This is by Jennifer LeBlanc. She was kind enough to send me a review copy a few months ago, and I finally got to it, so thank you again for sending this to me, Jennifer. I ended up giving this one a 4 out of 5 stars. It was very short, but it was hilarious, and I loved it. This follows August, who is a freshman in college who has anxiety, and it's just him trying to find his place in college. He has a grandmother named Gertie who is a retired prostitute, and she is just amazing. The cast of characters is great. They're quirky, they're funny, and I was just laughing out loud while I was reading this. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars, and I highly recommend you pick it up. And I think there's a sequel coming out soon too, if not out already. After that, I picked up The Darkest Part of the Forest. This is by Holly Black. My favorite book ever is The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black, and I never talk about it on my channel hardly ever, but that's like one of my favorite books. I love it so much. So I was really excited to dive into another Holly Black book, and I wanted to read this one before The Cruel Prince, because I have heard that The Cruel Prince is based in the same world as this one, so we'll see if it actually is. I don't know, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about The Cruel Prince, so I definitely wanted to pick this up. This one I gave a 3 out of 5 stars. So my camera cut out in the middle of that video, and I didn't even notice it until I just went to upload and edit it. I think I was talking about The Darkest Part of the Forest when it cut out. So I did end up giving that book 3.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't as enjoyable as I wanted it to be. I feel like it was a little bit more character driven than plot driven. I wanted more of the Fae world, and I just didn't get that. I did like the characters. I mean, it follows Hazel and Ben, and Hazel and Ben live in a town called Fairfolk, I think. I might have that wrong. But they live in this town where the fairies, like, live in the forest, and they have a pact where they just leave each other alone, and, you know, no harm comes to them. So something happens, and Hazel takes it upon herself to save her town and the people in it. And so it goes from there. Like, there are things that happen, but like I said, I just feel like you learn a lot about the characters, and I really did enjoy the characters, but I was just expecting a little bit more. So like I said, I gave that one 3.5 out of 5 stars. I liked it, I just didn't love it. The last book that I want to talk about is Compulsion by Martina Boone. This is one of my TBR Rewind picks for the month of January, and it follows our main character Barry, whose mother died in the very beginning, and her godfather sends her away to live with her aunt. Her aunt that she didn't even know existed until then. Her aunt lives on Watson Island, and I think in one of the Carolinas. And basically, there's 3 families that live on this island, 2 of which are blessed and 1 is cursed. And so obviously her family is one of those 3. And I don't really know. First of all, I DNF'd it. I had about 100 pages left and I couldn't take it anymore. I wasn't going to force myself to read it. And one of my goals this year is to not make myself read things that I am not enjoying or that I don't think I'm going to enjoy. So I just was like, I'm not doing this. I have other things I want to read. I'm going to focus on those things. So like I said, it follows this girl who knows nothing about her family, knows she has a gift, but doesn't know anything about it, and like it involves these 2 other families. There's an insta love in here with a guy named 8, and it's awful. Like, he's an awful character. I couldn't stand him. I didn't care about Barry. I didn't care about any other character. I didn't care about the storyline. To me, I don't get, like, I was looking at reviews and there is a lot of 5-star reviews for this book, and I just do not understand it. It brings in some like Native American, like Cherokee elements to it, but I don't know if it's correct representation. I did see a review that says it's not. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I had high hopes for this one. I actually just bought the final book in the trilogy off of Book Outlet recently, and I think I just hauled it, and I'm unhauling them because there's no way I'm gonna read. I don't even, like, I had 100 pages left and I put it down, and I don't even care what happens. Like, I have no desire to read. I read like the last couple of pages, and really, like, from what I read, nothing happens. Like, it's like 450 pages and I feel like nothing really happens. And the characters are just forgettable and annoying, and I didn't like it. I did rate it because I read almost the entire book, so I did give it 1 star because there was no redeeming qualities whatsoever about this book to me. And I'm glad that I finally read it, because these books would have sat on my shelf forever, probably, and then I would have picked it up and hated it and got rid of it anyway, but, you know. I just wish that I would have read The Night Watch instead. That was my other TBR rewind, and I didn't, so yeah. So nope, this is a big no for me. So those are the books that I read in the month of January. Let me know down below what you guys have read. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Goodreads, Twitter, and Instagram, and I will talk to you all later.